The piercing ring of a 911 call shattered the quiet of a December evening. A frantic voice pleaded for help, every word laced with terror and urgency. Pam Hopp, a seemingly ordinary woman, became the focal point of a baffling mystery that would captivate a nation. Her story, riddled with inconsistencies and unsettling coincidences, would raise more questions than answers, leaving investigators grappling with a chilling possibility. Was Pam Hopp a cunning mastermind or an unfortunate pawn in a sinister game? On that fateful night, Pam Hopp's chilling account sent shivers down the spines of seasoned detectives. She claimed to have witnessed a horrific crime, a desperate struggle that ended in bloodshed. Her words painted a vivid picture of chaos and violence, drawing listeners into a web of fear and uncertainty. But as investigators delved deeper into the case, cracks began to appear in Pam's story, revealing a tangled web of manipulation, deceit, and an eerie connection to a string of unexplained deaths. The investigation into Pam Hopp's claims would unearth a series of unsettling events that stretched back years before that fateful 911 call. Whispers of her manipulative tendencies and a history of fabricating stories began to surface, casting a long shadow of doubt over her every word. Had authorities stumbled upon a cold-blooded killer hiding in plain sight? Or was Pam Hopp herself a victim, ensnared in a deadly game orchestrated by an unseen hand? As the investigation unfolded, the lines between truth and fiction blurred, leaving investigators grappling with the unsettling possibility that they were dealing with a criminal mastermind. Pam Hopp's story, once a desperate plea for help, transformed into a perplexing puzzle, each piece a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most unassuming individuals. Pam Hopp, an unassuming figure leading a seemingly ordinary life, became an enigma the moment her voice crackled through the emergency lines. Her neighbors knew her as a friendly face, a familiar presence in their quiet community. Yet, beneath the veneer of normalcy lay a past shrouded in mystery, a past that would soon unravel, revealing a series of disturbing incidents and a capacity for deception that sent chills down the spines of seasoned investigators. Born and raised in the heartland of America, Pam Hopp's early life held no apparent warning signs of the darkness that would later consume her. She navigated the trials and tribulations of adolescence and young adulthood like any other, blending seamlessly into the fabric of small-town life. She married, raised a family, and appeared to live a content and unremarkable existence, her true nature concealed behind a carefully constructed facade of ordinariness. But as investigators peeled back the layers of Pam's life, a more complex and unsettling picture began to emerge. Her seemingly mundane existence was punctuated by a series of strange occurrences, each one raising more questions than answers. Financial discrepancies, insurance claims, and a string of broken relationships hinted at a darker side to Pam's personality, a side she desperately tried to keep hidden from the prying eyes of the world. The more investigators dug into Pam's past, the more convinced they became that they were dealing with a master manipulator, someone who could effortlessly slip into different roles, playing the victim one moment and the cunning deceiver the next. The woman who presented herself as a distraught witness to a horrific crime was slowly being exposed as a potential architect of chaos. Her life, a tangled web of half-truths, calculated deceptions, and an unsettling connection to a string of unexplained deaths. As the investigation into Pam Hopp's claims intensified, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. Whispers of her manipulative tendencies and a history of fabricating stories circulated among those who knew her, painting a picture of a woman adept at deception and exploiting others for her own gain. From insurance fraud to fabricated accusations, Pam's past was littered with red flags, each incident a testament to her cunning nature and willingness to exploit the trust of those around her. One particularly troubling incident involved a substantial life insurance policy taken out on Pam's mother, who tragically passed away under suspicious circumstances. The death, initially ruled an accident, raised eyebrows among investigators, who noted inconsistencies in Pam's account of the events leading up to her mother's demise. Though never charged with any wrongdoing, the incident cast a long shadow of doubt over Pam's credibility, leaving many to wonder if she was capable of harming those closest to her for financial gain. Beyond her immediate family, Pam's web of deception ensnared friends, acquaintances, and even strangers who had the misfortune of crossing her path. Tales of fabricated stories, exaggerated claims, and outright lies became synonymous with Pam's name, leaving those who knew her to question the authenticity of her every word and action. It seemed that no one was immune to her manipulations, and her ability to charm, deceive, and exploit others knew no bounds. The more investigators unearthed about Pam Hopp's past, the more convinced they became that they were dealing with a master manipulator, a woman who viewed others as pawns in her twisted games. Her life, once perceived as ordinary, was now revealed to be a carefully constructed facade, a smokescreen designed to conceal a sinister truth that lay hidden beneath the surface. Section 4. The Cruel Hand of Fate, or a Calculated Plan. The Deaths Surrounding Pam Hopp. The investigation into Pam Hopp's past took a sinister turn as detectives uncovered a chilling connection to a string of unexplained deaths, each one casting a long shadow of suspicion over her already questionable character. While authorities hesitated to label her a suspect, the circumstances surrounding these deaths were too eerie to ignore, suggesting a pattern of manipulation and violence that sent chills down the spines of even the most seasoned investigators. One of the most baffling cases involved the death of Betsy Faria, a close friend of Pam Hopp, who was brutally murdered in her own home. Pam, who had positioned herself as Betsy's confidant and beneficiary of a substantial life insurance policy, quickly became a person of interest in the investigation. Her inconsistent statements, suspicious behavior, and a seemingly convenient alibi raised red flags, leading many to believe that she played a more sinister role in Betsy's untimely demise. Adding another layer of intrigue to the growing list of suspicious deaths was the tragic case of Louis Gumpenberger, a man with disabilities who was found shot to death in Pam Hopp's home. Pam claimed self-defense, alleging that Gumpenberger had attempted to rob her at knife point. However, the evidence told a different story, suggesting a staged crime scene and a possible attempt by Pam to divert attention from her potential involvement in Betsy Faria's murder. As the body count mounted, the question on everyone's mind remained: was Pam Hopp a cold-blooded killer orchestrating these deaths for personal gain, or was she merely a victim of circumstance, an unfortunate soul who found herself entangled in a web of tragedy and coincidence? The answer, elusive and deeply unsettling, continued to haunt investigators, leaving them to grapple with the depths of human depravity and the possibility that a seemingly ordinary woman could harbor such darkness within. Section 5. Delving into the mind of a master manipulator, unraveling Pam's psyche. The case of Pam Hopp evolved into a chilling exploration of the human psyche and the motivations that drive individuals to commit unspeakable acts. Investigators turned to forensic psychologists to shed light on the inner workings of a potential master manipulator. At the heart of Pam's profile lay a profound need for control, dictating the narrative of her life and those around her. This need manifested in her elaborate web of lies, manipulations, and calculated deceptions. By controlling information and exploiting vulnerabilities, Pam sought to maintain power and dominance. Her lack of empathy allowed her to view others as mere pawns in her twisted games. Pam's actions revealed a callous disregard for human life, prioritizing her own self-preservation. The psychological analysis painted a chilling portrait of a woman driven by narcissism, sociopathic tendencies, and a need for control. Her ability to rationalize her behavior and maintain a veneer of normalcy spoke to a profound disconnect from reality. Section 6. The Elusive Truth. Is Pam Hopp a mastermind or a victim of circumstance? The saga of Pam Hopp stands as a testament to the complexities of human nature, a reminder that truth often lies shrouded in deception and manipulation. As the dust settles on a case that captivated a nation, Pam Hopp's true nature remains a puzzle with missing pieces. Did Pam Hopp mastermind the deaths around her, orchestrating schemes fueled by greed? Or was she, as her defense argued, an innocent bystander caught in unfortunate coincidences? The evidence, often contradictory, offers no easy answers, leaving investigators and the public grappling with the possibility that the truth may remain elusive. The prosecution highlighted Pam's history of deception, financial motivations, and suspicious deaths. Her inconsistent statements and questionable alibi pointed towards a calculated mind. Yet, doubts lingered due to the lack of direct evidence linking Pam to the crimes. Was she a cold-blooded killer, or a troubled woman with a knack for finding herself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Pam Hopp's saga reminds us that truth is often stranger than fiction, a maze where perception and reality collide. Whether a mastermind of deceit or a victim of circumstance, Pam Hopp's story will continue to fascinate and disturb, a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the elusive nature of truth.